Life is a journey filled with ups and downs, a series of moments that shape who we are. Along the way, we encounter challenges, pain, disappointments, and setbacks. These moments often leave marks on our hearts and minds, lingering as emotional baggage that weighs us down. It's natural to hold on to what hurt us, to replay the events in our minds, and to wonder how things could have been different. But the truth is, growth begins the moment we decide to let go. Letting go is not a sign of weakness, it is an act of courage. It takes immense strength to release what no longer serves us, to walk away from what is holding us back, and to free ourselves from the chains of the past. Imagine carrying a heavy load for miles. With every step, it becomes harder to move forward, harder to breathe, harder to focus on the path ahead. Now imagine putting that load down. The lightness, the freedom, the sense of relief, that is what letting go feels like. It's not about forgetting what happened, it's about choosing not to let it control you anymore. When we hold on to pain, anger, or regret, we give those emotions power over our lives. We allow them to dictate our actions, our thoughts, and even our relationships. But what if we could take that power back? What if we could choose peace over conflict, hope over despair, and love over resentment? That choice is always within our reach. It starts with a decision to let go. Letting go doesn't mean pretending it didn't happen or ignoring how it made you feel. It means acknowledging the experience, understanding the lesson, and then releasing it with grace. Every experience, no matter how painful, teaches us something valuable. Maybe it taught you resilience, patience, or the importance of self-worth. Maybe it showed you what you don't want in your life or helped you recognize your own strength. These lessons are gifts, even if they came wrapped in hardship. We often hold on because we're afraid of change, afraid of the unknown, afraid of losing a part of ourselves. But letting go is not about losing, it's about gaining. It's about making room for new opportunities, new experiences, and new growth. Think of a tree shedding its leaves in autumn. The tree doesn't mourn the loss of its leaves. It understands that shedding is necessary for renewal. In the same way, we must shed what no longer serves us to make space for what does. Holding on can also be a way of clinging to a false sense of control. We think that by replaying the past, we can somehow change it or prevent it from happening again. But the past is unchangeable, and the future is unpredictable. The only thing we can truly control is how we respond in the present moment. When we let go, we reclaim our power to choose peace over turmoil, love over bitterness, and joy over sorrow. It's important to remember that letting go is a process, not an instant solution. It takes time, effort, and patience. Some days will be harder than others. You might feel the urge to hold on, to revisit old wounds, to dwell on what could have been, and that's okay. Healing is not linear, and progress is not always visible. What matters is that you keep moving forward, even if it's just one small step at a time. As you embark on this journey of letting go, be kind to yourself. Practice self-compassion and remind yourself that it's okay to feel pain, sadness, or anger. These emotions are part of the healing process, but don't let them define you. You are not your pain. You are not your past. You are a dynamic, evolving being, capable of growth, love, and transformation. Surround yourself with positive influences, people who uplift you, inspire you, and support your journey. Distance yourself from negativity, whether it comes from others or from your own thoughts. Create an environment that nurtures your well-being, and engage in activities that bring you joy and peace. Whether it's journaling, meditating, spending time in nature, or pursuing a passion, find what helps you reconnect with yourself and your inner strength. Letting go also involves forgiveness, not just of others, but also of yourself. Forgiveness is not about condoning what happened or excusing the behavior of others. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of resentment and anger. When you forgive, you reclaim your peace and your power. You release yourself from the grip of the past and open the door to a brighter future. There will be moments when you doubt yourself, when you wonder if you're doing the right thing, when you feel the weight of the past pulling you back. In those moments, remind yourself why you started this journey. Remind yourself of the freedom and peace that awaits you on the other side. And most importantly, remind yourself that you are worthy of happiness, love, and fulfillment. Letting go is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong practice. As we navigate through life, new challenges and experiences will arise, bringing new lessons and opportunities for growth. Each time we let go, we become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. We learn to trust ourselves and the process of life. We learn to embrace change and uncertainty with an open heart, and we learn that true freedom comes from within. As you let go, you'll begin to notice a shift in your perspective. You'll find that the things that once seemed so important no longer hold the same weight. You'll discover a sense of peace and clarity that allows you to focus on what truly matters. You'll feel lighter, freer, and more alive. And you'll realize that letting go is not the end, but a new beginning. So take a deep breath and release the past. Let go of the pain, the anger, the regret, and the fear. Trust in yourself and in the journey ahead. Embrace the beauty of the present moment and the endless possibilities that await you. Remember, you are not defined by your past. You are shaped by your choices. And today, you choose to let go. Letting go is one of the most profound gifts you can give to yourself. It is not simply an action, but a way of being. A choice to step into the present moment and embrace life for what it is, rather than what it was or what you think it should be. The process of letting go begins with awareness. Awareness of what you're holding on to, why you're holding on to it, and how it is affecting your life. This awareness is the foundation of transformation, for you cannot release what you do not first recognize. Consider the things you're holding on to right now. Perhaps it's a past relationship, a failure, an unmet expectation, or even an identity you've outgrown. These things may feel like they define you, like they are inseparable from who you are, but this is an illusion. You are not your mistakes, your heartbreaks, or your disappointments. You are so much more than that. You are a being of infinite potential, capable of renewal and reinvention at any moment. Letting go is often hardest when we attach meaning to the things we're holding on to. Maybe you believe that holding on to a certain memory keeps you connected to someone you've lost. Or maybe you think that clinging to anger protects you from being hurt again. But these beliefs are misconceptions. Memories do not fade when you let go of pain. They simply transform into something lighter, something you can carry with grace rather than struggle. They are still yours. And anger does not shield you, it only isolates you from the peace and love you deserve. The fear of letting go often comes from a fear of emptiness. We worry that if we release what we've been holding on to, we will be left with nothing. But letting go does not create emptiness. It creates space. Space for new experiences, new connections, and new joys. Imagine a cluttered room filled with old furniture and broken items. It feels cramped and stifling. But once you clear the space, you open up endless possibilities for what that room can become. Your heart and mind work the same way. By letting go, you make room for growth, healing, and transformation. Letting go is also an act of trust. Trust in yourself, in the process of life, and in the idea that everything happens for a reason, even if that reason is not immediately clear. It's about trusting that the pain you've endured has a purpose and that the lessons you've learned will guide you toward a brighter future. This trust can be difficult to cultivate, especially when life feels uncertain or unfair. But the more you practice letting go, the more you will realize that life has a way of unfolding exactly as it should, even when it doesn't align with your expectations. There is immense freedom in releasing control. We often hold on to things because we want to control the outcome or because we fear what will happen if we let go. But control is an illusion. No matter how tightly we cling, we cannot force things to stay the same or prevent change from happening. Life is fluid, ever-changing, and unpredictable. The only way to truly find peace is to embrace this uncertainty and flow with it rather than resist it. Letting go is not about giving up or resigning yourself to fate. It's about surrendering to the present moment and accepting life as it is, not as you wish it to be. Acceptance is not the same as agreement. You don't have to like or approve of what has happened to accept it. Acceptance simply means acknowledging reality and choosing to move forward without resistance. It means saying, "This happened, and I am choosing to grow from it rather than be consumed by it." One of the most liberating aspects of letting go is that it allows you to reclaim your energy. Holding on to the past requires an enormous amount of mental, emotional, and even physical energy. It's like trying to keep a door closed in a windstorm, exhausting and ultimately futile. When you let go, you redirect that energy towards something constructive, something that serves your highest good. You channel it into creating the life you want, rather than dwelling on the life you've left behind. It's important to remember that letting go is a deeply personal journey. What works for one person may not work for another. Some people find solace in writing, pouring their thoughts and feelings onto paper as a way of releasing them. Others turn to meditation, prayer, or physical activity to help them process and let go. Whatever method resonates with you, embrace it fully. Give yourself permission to explore different approaches until you find what feels right. As you navigate the path of letting go, be patient with yourself. Healing takes time, and there will be moments when you feel like you've taken 2 steps forward and 1 step back. That's okay. Progress is not linear, and every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to freedom. Celebrate your victories, no matter how minor they may seem. Each time you let go of a negative thought, forgive someone who hurt you, or choose peace over conflict, you are moving forward. Letting go also requires you to redefine your relationship with the past. Instead of viewing it as a burden or a source of pain, see it as a teacher. Every experience, no matter how difficult, has something to teach you. The key is to extract the lesson and leave the rest behind. This doesn't mean forgetting what happened or pretending it didn't hurt. It means choosing to carry the wisdom rather than the weight. Forgiveness is a crucial part of letting go, and it often begins with forgiving yourself. We are our own harshest critics, and the guilt and shame we carry can be some of the hardest things to release. But you deserve forgiveness just as much as anyone else. You deserve to be free from the chains of self-judgment and regret. Acknowledge your mistakes, learn from them, and then let them go. You are human, and imperfection is a part of the human experience. Forgiving others can be equally challenging, especially when the pain they caused feels unforgivable. But forgiveness is not about condoning their actions or letting them off the hook. It's about freeing yourself from the toxic emotions that tie you to the pain. When you forgive, you release the hold that anger and resentment have on you, allowing you to move forward with a lighter heart. Ultimately, letting go is about choosing love over fear. It's about loving yourself enough to release what hurts you, loving the present moment enough to let go of the past, and loving the possibilities of the future enough to embrace change. It's about recognizing that you are not your pain, your failures, or your losses. You are a being of infinite worth, capable of creating a life filled with joy, peace, and fulfillment. So take a deep breath and let it go. Let go of the anger, the regret, the fear, and the pain. Let go of the need to control, the need to be perfect, and the need to hold on to what no longer serves you. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust in the infinite possibilities that await you. You have the power to create a new chapter, a new story, and a new beginning, and it all starts with letting go.